Stan Alamat.
Hi guys, welcome back to Chaotic Vibes podcast. It's been a hot minute since we did a podcast episode. Instead of the many reactions, cue all our reaction clips,
Which
thumbnails
you can
here.
check out if you're interested in P-pop at all.
So we come today to do a
We
little
know you guys love the
podcast.
reactions, but sometimes we just like to yap.
Yes.
So that's what we're doing
Certified yappers over here.
So we're back with episode 15 of the podcast, and we're going to be talking about BTS. Now, every other podcast talks about BTS, but BTS is just such a unique group in the K-pop industry that I think they deserve to be talked about by every podcast and the podcasters' moms and dads and little cousins.
Correct.
Somebody start, because I can't start this discussions. I can just do intros.
BTS boy. I feel like Jesus. I feel like we all, the four of us, we all love BTS so deeply. Like that's our family at this point. Like I would ride and die for those boys. Like that's my family. Like there's no unstanding. Like that's not even an option. Like you know how like sometimes you would unstart a group because like you're no longer interested, you're not vibing with the music anymore.
No,
You just grow apart from the group. But like I feel like that's not an option with BTS for me at least. Like
Do people do that?
they do. I have done that. Sorry. But anyways, yeah, I don't feel like that's an option for BTS for me. Cause like I grew up with them. But like besides growing up with them, like the emotional connection I have to them, it's unmatched. And I didn't even stand up from the beginning, that's the thing. I got in when like they were like popping off in Korea before they made the move to the Western industry. But just something about them. They're just so different to other groups.
Yeah. Well, I feel the same way. There's definitely no untying BTS. BTS was the first group that I stand in K-pop.
Same.
BTS was the beginning of K-pop for me, and that alone makes them untouchable in my brain. So for me, they were truly revolutionary, and like that is why they are so big, because they were that for a lot of people, not just me. A lot of people got into K-pop because of BTS.
That is true. Yeah.
For me, I got into them in 2015 because of the dope music video. And in 2015, which is a great era for BTS, that was when a lot of international fans, I think, started noticing them.
Yeah.
And their
The YouTube
uniqueness and talent just was so difficult to hide. And I'm so glad that they got the breakthrough that they did.
Yeah. I feel like the YouTube algorithm had a lot to play in that as well, because I feel like a lot of people again recommended their video but like didn't know who they were. Like even like their first like Billboard like interview or something like that, and they had like a little short like performance of Dope, and those outfits I will forever remember the outfits. Like Gio wasn't like some like beige shorts, now whitish shirts. Like they looked good, and I feel like it was one of the YouTube recommendations.
Well, for me, I stand BTS when they debuted. So
You look so
2013.
pretty.
Cute.
You big in the dance.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big in the dance. Apparently, I
a
was
veteran.
there from all the awkward moments, and when they were doing like their little vlog things on the YouTube videos, where all of them was going in this tiny room and speaking into the camera about like update logs. I think it was called BTS logs or something like that.
Yeah, I remember.
When they had to perform in America with a little bit of people, and a lot of people went back to watch American Hustle Life, but like when they were doing American Hustle Life, and they was getting their first taste of like the music industry, and they did their little music video or some kind of promotion video in this little big penthouse kind of thing.
Please don't break us back.
Right, in American Hustle
Please,
Life.
yeah,
Yeah.
Please do not
But-
bring us back to boy love and that bad shit.
Yeah.
Please don't bring us
But
back.
But like, yeah, for real, they're awkward moments. Like I was actually there in the moment, and then I just saw these boys who had dark black eyeliner and very wannabe bad boy, personas grow into their actual identities. Like they grew into what BTS is today, and yeah, to me they're irreplaceable because I don't think I will ever find myself unstanding them. Like even if they
BTS for
disband
life,
and
bro.
they're not a
God
band
forbid.
anymore.
God
God
forbid.
God
forbid.
forbid.
God
God
forbid.
forbid.
God forbid. But
Like for
everybody
real.
gets older. So I still think I'll be like have if I have children in the future or whatever, or younger cousins coming up, I'll be like, you all know about this
Yeah,
BTS.
I
The old
think
people that say,
they're
well,
one
you
of
know about
those.
this. I'll be
Yeah,
like, well, you know about this.
one of
I'm
those
playing
greatest of all
BTS,
time. Like how our parents feel about like Jackson Five
Exactly.
Yeah.
and like Prince.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
They will be like the Backstreet Boys and stuff. They will be like our go-to band. Like, what you know about this?
Best
I
believe.
think that yeah, BTS will always be like a memorable moment in my life. You know how when they say like you when you're getting older, like I wish I was this age or this period was such a the best time of my life or whatever.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, like discovering BTS was probably one
yeah,
of the
Yeah.
best moments of my
yeah.
life, and being in
Core
that BTS.
memories.
Mhm.
Exactly, it's a core
Mhm. Same.
memory. So yeah, for love, all love for them. I remember OT7.
Yeah. OT7 all the way.
You should make me come. I was like, how should I completely hard this with?
I feel like I have a different experience from everybody else in KPP because I got BTS right before Fire.
Mhm.
Yeah. The
Mhm.
other day, so like side note, but still
Relevant.
irrelevant. The other day, I was sharing my K-pop and P-pop and Stan Alawan music with my sister, and and showing a few videos. She was like, "You know what? I want to listen to some of these songs," and I was like, "What?" And she was like, "What's that?" And then she takes over the computer completely, types in BTS, BTS Fire, BTS Blood, Sweat, Tears, BTS War of Hormone, and I'm like, she knows these
My
songs.
brother's like that with Anpan Man. He really loves that song.
That song is such a bop. Every
Mhm.
time it comes on, I
Like there are
just
just a
feel
few
like
K-pop songs that he latched onto when I was showing him K-pop, and that is one of them.
But she not onto a few. Well, there's amongst like song as well.
Mhm.
She specifically described it as the one with them on the rooftop dancing.
Mhm. Yes,
Hero.
yes, exactly.
Hero.
That is
sure
that
no, sure
that is
no.
imprinted in everybody's
Yeah,
brain
that's
who
It
like
has
a
is.
seen that
core
video.
K-pop
EXO
thing.
Monster as well. But that's because should
Mhm.
have been around
Yeah.
when we were going through that experience, and
Yes.
the hype of it. Well, Hormone is just my personal favorite BTS song.
Mhm.
And she was. Apparently, I ranted about Blood, Sweat, Tears and the
As you should.
lore behind it as
you
well.
should.
And I was like, wow, this was such a long time ago. I was like looking at it like 9 years
Yeah.
ago, whatever,
Yeah,
whatever. I was looking
Yeah.
at how long
It
ago these
doesn't
videos
feel
came
that
out.
it
long,
doesn't feel
eh? It
that
doesn't
way.
feel that
And I
long.
was like, wow, this amount of
Yeah.
time ago, this group was so impactful to me. Or this amount of time ago, my sister was here right with me, probably a little bit annoyed, listening to still to their songs on repeat and listening to the rants. And I was just like, it's not as much as I stand other groups before I stand BTS. BTS in particular was very impactful for me because they have an overall different sound to what I think the rest of at the time. They have an overall different sound from what I think the rest of K-pop was doing at the time.
True.
There was a TikTok I saw recently that was like, I miss when groups had their own sound, and it was like groups from like 2015 to 2016, and they all had,
Like
and
each
that
group
was
had a
really the vibe that
distinctive
we were
song
in.
though.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
I missed, and there was something that I don't think is unique to BTS, but it was something that I was only seeing in the BTS stan community, and that's just because I don't do Twitter. Like I'm just not able to. Was the reactions to the little things that they did, the little forehead showing when they went on live, and they weren't in that tiny room when they were just like being themselves and like not necessarily on stage or performing, like those unique things that was just you only got to see with with any BTS community as opposed to other fan communities. BTS just like paved the way for so much. Like now, thinking about the lives that we could see now, the availability of content.
Yeah,
Like
True.
BTS
blogs,
paid
That was
behind the
the way for
scenes,
that.
That was
yeah,
Other
BTS.
stars
The
might
variety
pay
shows.
differently, and
Having their own variety show as well.
I mean, I'm open to learning,
Exactly.
but like BTS did that.
Oh, like the paving the way thing, I will just touch on that. In general, though, you know how it have this like discourse about K-pop fans thinking BTS did not pave the way for K-pop in the West or whatever. I genuinely believe they did because
I think so as well.
although we had Gangnam Style and stuff like that, and nobody knew that that was Korean.
No,
He was singing in Korean, but
No.
nobody knew it was Korean.
Mhm.
I know Girls' Generation was also in the US at the time too, but everybody was like Girls' Generation. Nobody was like K-pop, and let's bring other K-pop groups into this atmosphere
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So there were other groups who did stuff before BTS, like outside, but like, come on, like after BTS stepped foot into the West, like that just opened like a whole new door, a whole new avenue for these K-pop, other K-pop groups to come in, and I believe that's when that led to a other wave of content also, because we were getting like the content a little behind the scenes too. But then when these groups are like making their way into the foreign market, quote unquote, well, we looking at it as Korean, so it's foreign to us. But when they were making it into the foreign market, that led to like brand deals and then being on shows and then being on talk shows and then those groups also having more content being put out to hopefully get into that sphere. So I genuinely believe that BTS should be getting credit where credit is due sometimes,
I think that Gangnam Style has to go down in history as like breaking that
Well, yeah.
that barrier
It's like the
between
most
Korea
viewed something.
between Korea and the rest of the world.
Or
For
even
sure.
But
just
a lot
how
of
it
people
blew. Or
did not.
even
But a
just
lot of people did
non-English
not
songs in
consider it as
general.
K-pop.
Non-English songs, yeah.
They didn't consider it K-pop.
No, like, a lot of people when they were just saying Gangnam Style, it's like Gangnam Style.
So what, Gangnam Style is its own genre?
Yeah, basically. Well, not like it's that like, but like
Like one
a
I mean,
lot of
like,
people
yeah.
but when a lot of people was hearing like Gangnam Style, like what does the fuck say? That it was
what
just
does
a
the
viral
fuck say?
song. Not taking away the K-popness from it, but like it was like a viral
K-pop was a
song.
word that was
Yeah.
used in 2012 in our sphere of life.
Yeah.
That was like viral.
I thought K-pop was a group. Was the name of a group.
Sue me.
So that's telling you all.
Sue me.
Right?
Right?
Also, we live in the
Because-
Caribbean, so on this little island, there's like nobody pays attention
Yeah,
to us
the kind of
really in the
international
sphere.
influences that
So-
we get where we are is so
Yeah.
different from other places. Like
Mhm.
I
Like
think
other
that-
Asian places with no K-pop.
Yeah, we could already leave
but
like
us in the
R&B and
Caribbean-
rap and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
And how our parents grew up and stuff. No.
it wouldn't have honestly
The average-
Gangnam Style is what would have broken the barrier for us
For
in the
us,
Caribbean.
this is very relevant to us.
Yeah.
Our experience.
Because I mean Girls' Generation was already a thing at that point, but Girls' Generation didn't break the barrier here.
No.
I have an unpopular opinion though. I just feel like BTS paved the way, yes. But I feel like BTS was asked in a way into the Western industry, but groups now that are going into the Western industry, like the Seraphim, Stray Kids, TXT, that are doing things in the West now, their companies are pushing them into that space without there actually being a want from the
That
is-
Western
That
industry.
is so
interesting.
true
I
because
feel
That's
like
interesting.
BTS
I believe
was so novel and new, and
Yeah.
people did not know what it was.
Yeah.
That they wanted that new, fresh thing in the industry to spice things up in 2017 when they went for the Billboard Music Awards.
because
and
they
were
were
top
asked to
artists.
they were asked to perform
Yeah.
I feel
there and
like they
stuff like
were
that.
asked into the industry because people genuinely loved them because they were successful, yes, but they were also very down to earth people, very humble. They loved interviewing them because they were nice people to be around, right?
And then
But I
these
feel like
K-pop-
now it's different. Those groups are genuinely just being pushed into by the companies.
Yeah, that I kind of
You
agree
know.
with that too. And
Yeah.
then certain awards and stuff now that they have awards catered to K-pop. That wasn't the thing before
Yeah.
BTS performed, and then they were like, "Oh, you know what? There should be an award for K-pop," and then
Yeah.
K-pop awards became a thing and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Oh, that's not something that I thought about,
I
but
didn't
I
think
so
about it
true.
either.
But I so true because
Yeah. I hadn't just think about it because I was like,
That's true.
like
and that was just
I
so
agree.
spontaneous though because like BTS was just getting, they were in their like
Yeah,
boom and stuff like
yeah,
that.
they
And then
were
all of a sudden you hear them being asked to come. They were asked to come to
Billboard Music
Billboard and stuff like
Awards.
that.
They win the
Truly
first
AMAs
time
and stuff
going.
like
They
that.
perform at the AMAs DNA. Then next year they went back to the Billboard Music Awards, won the same award again, and they just kept
And then
going and going.
at that time it was
Grammys
just,
and like
you know, you could see a bunch of different K-pop idols like on carpets and stuff like that. Before it was just BTS all by their lonesome.
Yeah.
And now there's like a lot of K-pop groups just going there and, you know,
Mhm.
dressing in there, you know?
yeah.
Wow.
But I feel like it's not the same type of buzz anymore.
But it
Yeah, for
wouldn't be
sure.
because, like, you know,
I feel like not
because
just because it's expected as opposed to
Yeah.
the
Before they
novelty
didn't
of it
expect
before.
it.
Yeah.
So like in the past it might have been okay, well BTS made it this year, so so next year we're gonna bring the next five really like top groups.
Mm-hmm.
But then it was only BTS too for like a little 2 years. Or
2-3 years,
Actually,
yeah.
I know what I
Like,
mean. I know what I
True.
mean. But
but
that's real
now
interesting.
I feel like and you know
you
even get to
expect
see
K-pop
you know, even,
idols
like,
to
get-
be on the campus now.
yeah,
If that makes
Mhm.
sense.
Yeah.
I mean of course.
And it's
With
just like
the-
another event. Like for me, like
And
it's just
to me,
another
it's
event. Like
also.
like how there's end of year award shows and you know
Yeah.
culture award shows. It's just like, oh, TXT were on the VMAs, you know, it's like, oh
Yeah.
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 Like before, like when BTS now went on to like billboards and AMAs and stuff like that, I remember staying up
Yeah.
and making sure and tune
Yeah.
in and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Chat. Oh my
Yeah.
god, you see
Yeah.
Geopal's red hair for the performance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
And now it's just like, not that I'm not excited because oh my gosh, I'm a multi-star and I love these groups, but I'm also like, I could watch this on YouTube.
Yeah.
yeah.
Before it was
Replay.
like you were literally witnessing history happen.
Yeah,
So you were watching
yeah,
it live and I was
yeah, like it was like hard, like racing, like
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
goosebumps.
Yeah.
Or like when they're going to perform and they're coming
Yeah.
up, oh my gosh, they're coming up after this performance.
the performance battle,
Yeah.
like that kind of
Exactly.
thing, you know, like that's
Yeah.
crazy. I remember, sorry,
No, go ahead.
I remember they were gonna perform at the Grammys when they performed Butter that time and they were all the black suits. Everybody was saying, they're gonna perform Black Sword. We know it. Like Twitter's
Yeah,
conflict,
and
like
then we were
was
so pissed off though.
pissed when we did not see Black Swan, but like it was just
Yo,
like
just know it's such an injustice that Black Swan was never given a performance. Oh my gosh, that would have been so good.
on
On.
as a
As a production, they couldn't. You can't do.
I'm
You
sorry,
can't
true.
perform
you can't get that
on-
from
on
the
a
West.
small
though.
stage. That is true.
You can't get that in the West.
the Western world, unfortunately, their camera work for K-pop content cannot compare to Korea's camera work for K-pop content.
What's your favorite
Kind of,
BTS song?
I
need you, girl. Where? That's my favorite too.
Exactly.
Yeah, will always be my favorite.
That
That's my
song
mom's
is a
favorite, actually.
masterpiece. Like
I don't even know that I have.
Bang
one.
really
Oh.
peaked, I say.
Like, I love all BTS. Like, BTS has a no skip discography. Well, sometimes
Yeah.
some of the stuff, but like, you see, I Need You.
I
Oh
could
my
give-
god.
I could give you favorite song per era. Probably.
Yeah, same. I don't think I
But
could
like,
do
of all
one
time?
specific
Of
song.
all time, you know what?
I Need
BTS
You
song?
also has the emotional impact of it being
Yeah.
like, when I got into BTS.
You
Like,
know,
And to me, because being into BTS for so long, I Need You has a like impact on me in the sense of that is when I saw their first
their full
massive
potential.
boom.
They're
And
Them
like
going
in
into
Christoph Hans,
themselves.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that's when I saw the change and when I saw their
The
actual
shift.
love, like you started to feel and see their love for their music. I was like, wow,
Yeah.
wow.
yeah.
I,
Well said.
I think for right now I'll say Ultra Wings.
Mm.
Every time I hear,
Oh,
every time I hear that song, it takes me into a place like I'm standing in a BTS concert
Mhm.
and I'm just in the moment and I'm hearing the
Yeah.
lyrics and I am fully enjoying myself.
Mhm.
Because every time I hear that song I always think of when I watch a BTS concert. I've never physically been to one,
Mhm.
but I have watched Speak Yourself in Sao Paulo, Brazil,
Mhm.
right? The full concert like on the internet. And when I hear that song, it makes me feel like I am there in the crowd. Or like even when I watch Permission to Dance, like that concert,
Mhm.
when they perform that or their song Stay, is just very. I'm in the crowd. Yeah, with
I
my
think-
light stick, I'm there and I'm watching them.
I
I'm
think I
barricade.
have a basic, like a basic bitch favorite, but it's very contextual. So my all-time BTS song that I think no matter what will always have an emotional impact on me is Spring Day. And the reason is because when Spring Day came out, I had already, I think, what year did Spring Day come out?
2017
So
January.
no, you sure? Early?
Yeah.
So the year that Spring Day came out, I would have changed schools, which means I stopped seeing all of my friends. And I was like kind of a loner in my new school environment. No, like literally, I didn't have any friends for the first
Real.
day of being there.
Real.
And I'm not ashamed to say it. Like honestly, it's something that I say all the time.
It is what it is.
Yeah. And every time like the song played, I felt like I missed my friends, but I also acknowledged that yes, the group chat still existed, but like my friends didn't. I didn't lose my friends, and the kind of importance that they were able to put into words in the song on their friendship is something that I really appreciated being able to relate
Connected
to.
with you.
Yeah. And like acknowledging that I had friends who yes, big brain. I also acknowledging I had friends who could connect with this and maybe they didn't necessarily feel it about me, but understood what I meant when I said, yeah, y'all, I miss y'all and let's do this again.
Yeah.
So that's why Spring Day.
That's
But really
beautiful.
like
Oh yeah.
see like from that
Such a
album.
poetic
Whoa.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Mama poetic girl. I just love my
You know,
friends.
she's emotional.
That's another thing.
She's in tune with her emotions.
That's another thing I do love about BTS, and I feel like it's one of my favorite things about them is their lyricism. Like the way they could put like
They can sing
put
about
a
anything.
feeling into such beautiful lyrics is amazing to me. Like in Magic Shop or Paradise, Love Maze, or even Outro Tay.
Ultra Taylor's
Like it's crazy how good their lyrics are and how well they write. And Fake Love,
You know
like
something too, even when they're not
I
singing about emotional stuff, like you still they get an emotion from you. They can make you feel happy, they can make you feel sad, they can make you feel
Even in Jungkook
sentimental.
songs,
They can make you feel
even
anything.
it sounds like it feels like I'm literally reading literature. Like in Fake Love, when Namjoon wrote, I tried to bloom a flower in a dream that couldn't come true.
oh,
Do you write that?
what about you in poetry?
I can't snap my fingers. But I will act like I'm snapping.
Like, I don't think they got enough recognition for how well they write.
Especially
That's
people
crazy.
like Namjoon and Yoongi. Like they really do.
Yeah.
Because they play a major part in like BTS lyrics and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
like
Something
how
about
do you
them.
come up with these things? It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me that they haven't won a Grammy by now. We all know the politics behind the Grammys, right? But like, they could have easily won Record of the Year, Artist of the Year, the Grammys by now if it was a fair and just thing. But like, there's no way you just put them in the category of best collaboration, best pop duo performance, best packaging for the album. For real, that's what you want to give them. But I digress.
But it's all about the getting viewers, though, because for a long time BTS has been used to gain viewers and
Correct.
to get viewers
Correct.
and to make people stay to watch the entire show. Like honestly speaking, nobody does watch the billboards like that
Anymore.
What?
And they put BTS last all the time because they know
It
us
would keep
fans
viewership.
because we want
Yeah.
to make sure they don't go like because we never actually know
We
when they're
don't
going
miss
to
it.
go. And then at a point in time we kind of
That's what's
understood
upsetting about
that we
those
were going
music
to go
shows,
last, that they were going to go last, but we don't know when last actually comes. So we have to stay and watch.
BTS, but with other groups. When they do that, like let's say I don't
It's for
I don't watch
viewers,
those things,
they're
eh?
using them.
But like let's say they say Bruno Mars is going to perform and then Bruno Mars is like dead last. Now they can't actually put Bruno Mars dead last. He's Bruno Mars. But that's what they do. And I don't appreciate that because I don't know anything about about some of these awards that is being given out at these shows. I know nothing about these categories. What am I staying an hour and a half for to get five
Almost
seconds
Exactly.
of them not even performing?
You stay for the people that you come in for. So you will stay for BTS or whatever. You will stay for Bruno Mars or you will stay for like Beyonce or whatever. But like BTS in their peak, they were bringing in so many viewers.
Yeah.
And
Even now, they can bring in viewers.
exactly, even now, if all the BTS come back from the military today and they say, okay, we're going to perform on Billboard. Wow.
The
So
internet will crash.
I
I-
The
personally,
worldwide
yeah.
internet.
I believe
I
that
personally
in,
think
I
that
believe
they
that
haven't
BTS were
even reached their
used.
peak yet.
I
That's
don't
the
think
scary
so.
part.
I don't
See how
think
they
so.
really is yet to come. They were very clear in those lyrics.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They said the best
Yes.
is yet to come.
Yes.
The past
Yes.
was honestly the best.
Yes.
But the best is what comes next.
Yes.
You see that? It's scaring me from nothing. They scare me
Here's the
because I was
thing,
like,
right? Here's the thing,
people-
right? All of those groups that come back from the military, they have a new. There's something new about them
yeah,
that everybody, all of their fans would look forward to. BTS in their capacity as worldwide,
icons.
just
Icon.
I don't even know what
Legends.
I
And you know what's,
Legends.
you know what's the thing
but
too?
in their capacity, everybody is watching for that final
Everybody.
number to come back. Everybody wants
Exactly.
that final number to come back because when are they going to drop the album? What are they going to do next? All of these things.
And you know, the
Mhm.
thing about BTS too, it's not just BTS fans or people who like BTS watching. It's people who don't like BTS. It's people who curious about BTS. It's people who don't know anything about K-pop but they hear BTS so they want to get everybody, no matter you like, you dislike or whatever, their eyes are on BTS. So like when this group comes back, because they did say they come when they come back,
They will go on stop.
you know.
Tell you that already.
So
Go on
yeah,
stop.
Mm.
Yeah.
The impact that one group could have on an international scale is it's kind of scary.
It is.
I can't
It
imagine
is.
what they go through happen to well I guess
BTS
yeah,
went
having to
from nothing
acknowledge
to
that
something. Eh?
they
That
are
impact.
so impactful. Not just like in the little things that they do, like go on a live and say, life is soup and I'm a fork.
Or going on live and
Yes.
showing their
Yes.
going on live and
Yes.
showing their like fabric softener or whatever, and then it just selling out.
Selling out.
Or like their juice
I
that they like,
couldn't-
their
I could-
kombucha that they like, and it just sells out.
I couldn't comprehend having that power. I would not exist. I would not post.
And you know, I'm
I
so
would
curious.
be. I would be
No.
one of those K-pop idols that don't post because I'm scared of that. Like, what do you mean? I use the balm on a life and it's gone. What do you mean?
No, but you know something that's crazy. I really I'm curious about how BTS themselves like resonate or
Handle
like
it.
sit like handles
And
because
think
like
about
BTS
that.
went from nothing like and then overnight it seems like it was overnight but like overnight they just blew up.
This
So
magazine
imagine
wants
having
you. This
imagine
was
having
short.
no influence
Yeah,
at all at one point and then all of a sudden, as you said, my lip balm sell out. I wear the lip balm once.
Imagine going
what?
from something as simple as being able to walk down the street
To
without
not being able
security,
to walk down the street
No.
anymore.
to even being like fully covered, still having to walk with security.
yeah.
People
Because
could, people could identify you by just one thing, no? Like first they're looking at you so
'Cause
close. First,
none-
that's a real true thing. They're looking at you very closely under a microscope.
Because even now, saying when he was on a live once and a fan was like, "So what do you think about tattoos?" And he was like, "The tattoo thing, I don't know because like if I get one, it'll be easier for people to identify me when I'm out and about," which makes sense because
Jungkook can't get away with that.
he's
not
Jungkook.
afraid of none of that.
He not afraid of that. Man's
Jungkook just watch
Crazy.
in the camera and do what he wants to do, you know.
yeah,
I
like
love it.
man's would be
talk about
folding underwear on live. Like let's be for
Man
real.
that's be sleeping, snoring all that.
Yeah, like that's just
That's from nothing to something. To me, it's like, wow. And I don't want to say like because they were always something. As a human, let me just say that. As a person, you are always something, regardless of how you probably feeling at the moment. So I don't want to say from nothing to something, but like from not being from a big company, from
being
practicing
judged
in a
and stuff
garage and
in
stuff like
Korea.
that, from being blacklisted basically, from
Yeah.
going on shows like variety shows and stuff in Korea, to having to be in America giving out flyers to have a free show.
No, because
know?
that's a lot of whiplash you because
Exactly.
they went from being blacklisted in Korea, you
So
know,
now everybody
and
wants them.
then
There's a high commodity.
all of a sudden, yeah, you're of like a high, a high
High demand.
commodity in the West. Like that's such a switch up. like your own people,
And
not
because of that, now you're kind of
thinking with you, but
you are of high demand in Korea also, like
yeah,
and then you have to look at it like, so you're just waiting until I get big in one place to treat me well
Yeah.
when I'm in my home
Yeah.
country. So I really wonder how that
that
actually
made them feel,
like
yeah.
So
That's
that's a lot of turmoil too that these boys like went through.
Mm-hmm.
And remember, Jungkook was like a baby.
Yeah.
But Jungkook was 15, 16. Tae and Jimin were then 18, 19, or whatever. So to grow together too, like they didn't grow by themselves. Like they grew
Yeah.
together. They basically raised Jungkook. To go through all of that struggle together, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, I can't walk down the street alone.
Yeah.
Everything that I'm doing, everybody has quick to analyze it or quick to bash it or quick to make some type of negative comment about it or good
Yeah.
comment about it or overreact about it, like good way, how like they could do something so simple and all of a sudden, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's a groundbreaking. That would be, for me, that might be a lot for me to handle.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that honestly, because I remember Yoongi was talking about that once, and he was saying like is like feeling like you're up here and like there's nothing holding you, like it like basically
Grounding you?
Yeah, and like the scariest part is not knowing when you would like fall, like that's
And because people eyes on them so all the time, like it's so easy for them to fall. Quote unquote,
Yeah.
you know.
because anything now it's so easy to get cancelled, and like even for like really like stupid things.
You know what I think is a good thing about BTS, because they came out from that struggle. If they fall,
Shit.
BTS will always come back up again. They knew what it felt like to be at the bottom.
Yeah.
So when it has to build themselves back up again, they could easily do that.
True,
some
like,
people
they've
who
been
start at
through-
the top and was like spoon fed and stuff like that, when they go through tough times, sometimes they don't really know how to like
Bounce
handle
back,
it and
yeah.
bounce back. But I feel that with BTS, like nothing at this point could keep them down. They went through so much. They went through so much hatred, so much controversy,
Yeah.
being blacklisted, being spoken about, being treated badly by fellow idols, so quote unquote, or like posts and stuff like that. Like at this point, if they get cancelled,
They
and
don't
that's not
care
going
what
to
the
stop
haters
them.
have to
That's
say.
not
Yeah,
going to stop them, and that's admirable actually.
I find so too.
I also think that they would be so comfortable that they don't even need to do anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They could just chill for the rest of their life.
Exactly.
Was Cypher Part 5 come out in the next album? See, you always talk about my DUI. Yeah, that's what I was
And you know,
like.
Yoongi will put the DUI in his words, like full on DUI. BTS are still humble. BTS are still the same boys. Obviously, they're grown, they're mature, or whatever, but they at
They're
the
men.
heart.
The way
At
they can just come
heart,
on live
Yeah.
and be themselves.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Truly.
Like when it comes to the
incredible.
core,
Literally, like you're watching the same person
Yeah.
from
sometimes when I
2014.
look
Like
at
when
Jungkook,
Jin
I'm like, this is still the baby
Yeah.
Jungkook we used to like.
Yeah.
He still has this type of innocence and
Yeah,
pureness
I'm telling
about
you,
him, and
yeah.
he's just so like, and the same thing with Jimin too. When Jimin and Tae banter and stuff like that, it's just like, this is who I was watching years ago,
Yeah.
and it's still who I'm going to be watching years to come. Even how Namjoon interacts and leads the group, and how much respect those boys still have for those men still have for Namjoon. Like they get big now, they could probably be like, yeah, yes, my leader by name. But no, they still look at Namjoon like, this is my leader. I have so much respect for him. Jin, they still look at Jin like, this is I will play with him like for Jungkook's fan. I will play with him and stuff like that, but this is still
my older
who I
brother.
will go to regardless of anything that happens. Tae and Jimin are still very much like brothers. J-Hope is still like the oldest brother, or like the aunt of something of the group, like who the younger ones flock to. You never see how the younger ones flock
to be honest. The way how he takes care of everybody.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he's very
And
mom.
then Yoongi is still how he was, but I think Yoongi, most of all, is the one who opened up to us the most because Yoongi at first a lot of people thought he was just like cold and distant or whatever, but now we actually see the inner Yoongi. Well, as much as he wants to give us actually, because Yoongi is still mysterious and secretive, but like we've gotten to know more of Yoongi, and Yoongi has been opening himself up more.
Most out of all the members because I remember he did this little radio
As my
show
alt.
when he was
This man's
promoting when he was promoting his album. He had his little radio show and someone was like meow in the comments. He was like meow.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to see my hands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like actually he does like anything that you say. Yoongi push back your hair or Yoongi show me your hand. He will be upset and he will be like, oh gosh, you want me to do this? Look, you're happy now? Or like when he was showing the tattoo. You want me to show the tattoo?
Well, look, the tattoo, like literally.
And then he was like, are you happy? But like they just warm-hearted people.
Yeah, I honestly think that their personalities what
You see him
is
playing
the
off
defining
screen.
factor.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people who have good music. There's undeniable that BTS have excellent music. A lot of people have like a lot of content out of them, but it's the personality that has made BTS so groundbreaking because they're able to connect with so many people, and when you connect with people, they invest in you. So
Exactly.
you connect with 100 teenage girls, those 100 teenage girls get another 100 teenage girls to connect with them, and then all of those 200 teenage girls get their parents to buy them merch.
And their parents start to love BTS now.
And that is how it's happened. It's that connection. Like, yes, you can casually listen to a group, but because BTS is able to make so many people stand them, that is what has given them the untouchable factor. Like, everybody's trying to make their own BTS in their own company.
You can't
but
make
it's the
another
personality,
BTS.
and you can't replicate that.
In
Correct.
conclusion, there is only one BTS. There will
There's
never be another
no
BTS.
Next BTS.
Yes.
BTS is the one and only.
Yes.
And we can't wait for them to come back next year.
And they're legendary.
Yeah. Anyways,
For lack of better words, legendary.
yes, icons, worldwide icons.
Puberty.
Right.
We have the first puberty is obvious. Second puberty is 23s.
23-year-olds.
Yeah. Third puberty.
After the military, I would not like to think about that because my man was already big. Now June, that is, and to think about him after the military is kind of devastating because I will not be here probably. So
You
yeah.
would just astral project.
Yeah, I would not be able to comprehend that.
I will play the BTS songs, the full discography, and whatever you have in while your astral projected.
Yes, please do. If you play a magic shop and I don't resurrect, I am actually going. Right? Okay. So y'all, that was it for episode 15 of KVP, where we talk about the BTS phenomenon. Please let us know in the comments how you feel about BTS. If you stand them, if you don't, if they were the first group that you ever stand. However you feel, just let us know and let us know what you would like us to talk about in the future on the podcast.
And of course, I know we missed some stuff when speaking about BTS, obviously, because they're very layered. So, feel free to just mention anything that you think we would have missed when speaking about their journey.
Yes.
And of course, guys, we will see you next time in the chaos.
Later.
I didn't point in time.